Brock Purdy was concussed. And it's one of those things where it's like, where did he get concussed? On what play did he get concussed? I didn't see him get sacked, right? And then I saw the video. I think Florio popped it on at Pro Football Talk, which is a must-follow for everyone if you don't follow him. And boy, did he get just smoked.
He took a shot.
Like Jordan Hicks might get suspended for that, or might get some sort of a fine for that sort of just jumping into the pile head first, like catapulted the crown of his helmet right in the direction of Brock, or just look. These plays. That's why brotherly shove is a potentially dangerous play. That's why, these quarterback sneaks. Once upon a time, Patrick Mahomes had his kneecap turned to the side of his leg. Mm-hmm. Well, at any rate, so his bell gets completely rung.
Yeah, he got blasted.
And it appears that Brock Purdy will not be able to go on Sunday against the Cincinnati Bengals. Kyle Shanahan, the head coach of the 49ers, had this to say on the subject matter.
Started getting symptoms on the plane. So I found that out when we landed. We were all pretty asleep, but then he got all checked up today or yesterday, and now he's in the protocol.
Does he have enough time to clear protocol in order to be available for the game on Sunday?
Oh, yeah, he does have enough time. Just got to go through the process.
When you watch the film, where do you think he hurt himself? Quarterback sneaks, maybe?
Possibly. We don't know for sure because he didn't start getting until the plane, so I don't know exactly, but I'd probably guess that.
Yeah, and it was. I mean, there's no question about it if you see the video. And he may have time to clear the process if it was last year or the year before. There's been no announcement from the league, but I think there's been an apparent change in the concussion protocol. Not a single soul who has entered the concussion protocol this year has been able to come back the very exact week in which he went in or was concussed. That's not happened yet. The last one was Kenny Pickett last year, 2022. He got concussed week 6. He played week 7. That is the last guy in the NFL. So it's over a full year's worth of regular season games since somebody got concussed and was able to make it out of protocol in order to start. So it's Sam Darnold. I would be stunned if it's not Sam Darnold versus Joe Burrow and the Bengals, who are playing their best football of the year, which, to be honest, straight up, isn't saying a lot because their previous football of the year was un-Burrow Bengals-like. But they still, went into their bye week winning 2 in a row, and Burrow says he's 100%, and he does come out of this bye week at 3-3, and they are now apparently clear, it feels, in Burrow's mind, of the preseason calf strain that put them behind the proverbial 8 ball, from which they now emerge from their bye week at 3-3, taking on a Niners team that's lost 2 in a row for the first time since week 6 and 7 of last year. The last time a player went into the concussion protocol 1 week, came out the very next week to play. So it seems like it's going to be Sam Darnold and Chris Brockman.
Rich Eisen.
If I could reopen our Overreaction Monday podcast and redo it, or just the end of it, for those who haven't consumed the Overreaction Monday podcast, first of all, why not? Secondly, I don't mean to be aggressive. I've got a Marconi here. I'm feeling my oats. Secondly, all right? Secondly, we end the podcast by predicting what we're going to be overreacting to as a National Football League media and fan populace after the upcoming week's games. If I could reopen that podcast and say, and provide a new prediction of what we're going to overreact to, I would say the following.
Yep.
Sam Darnold should be the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers moving forward. I mean, I'm telling y'all.
Sam Darnold runs the offense just as good as Brock Purdy.
Well, I mean, that's not strong enough.
Not strong enough?
Because I think we can all assume he will. Well, I think we can all assume that.
I assume that he's going to light it up.
I assume that he's going to perform well enough for the 49ers to have a good shot at, if I can continue to keep couching this, of snapping their 2-game losing streak.
When Brock Purdy's had 2 bad games in a row, and Sam Darnold comes out 303 tutties, and then bam, suddenly.
Purdy, again, if Jake Moody had only kicked that 41-yard field goal to beat the Browns, this would be less of a frying pan into fire situation.
Yeah, but he didn't.
But he didn't. I know. I get it. But is anybody doubting that Sam Darnold's going to come out of the box on Sunday looking like he's been in this offense his entire life? Is there any...
Maybe
is
he won't.
anyone doubting? Is that what you're asking?
I am asking that.
Maybe he won't.
What would give you any reason to believe he's going to come out and...
Everything that I see with my own two eyes and know what always happens with this team.
Okay.
You know?
Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to come out and perform well. And Debo won't be there. That won't be helpful for him. But McCaffrey will be there, and the Bengals are going to have their hands full. I know everybody's thinking, oh, it's Sam Darnold. Oh, they've lost 2 in a row. Oh, they don't have Debo. Oh, Trent Williams is banged up.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
No, I know. I will take the other side. And I might go down with this ship. And it's kind of funny because I've been, I say the Bengals we're going to win the AFC North, and I do like being right.
Don't we all?
Okay. But that will be my prediction. Darnold plays well. 49ers. Would you take the Bengals if you were sitting on the NFL Game Day morning set, as I will have to do in 3 days? Would you take the Bengals on Sunday morning?
Yeah, I think
You
so.
would?
If you want to gain some ground and maybe...
I'm already in first place. So,
well, then you have picks to play with. So,
Okay.
yeah, I would take the Bengals.
uh-huh. Okay.
Off a bye, playing well. Burrow coming back
Okay,
strong.
sure.
Looks good the last couple weeks.
Okay. Would you take the Bengals? You're wearing kind of their colorful hat right now.
Absolutely.
All right. I'll take the other side. And when I stroll on here on Monday, and we're on the air on Monday, I would be stunned if the question isn't, well, maybe Darnold's better. Maybe Darnold's the guy.
So are we still overreacting, or is this like...
No, I'm telling you what everyone is going to overreact to.
Okay, gotcha.
In advance. I'm putting it out there.
What if everyone...
If we could reopen that podcast, that's what's going. I am very confident that Darnold, certainly with a
Is this a Jets thing? You're just trying to manifest
It
good
is
things
not a
for
Jets
Sam
thing.
Darnold.
This has nothing to do with the Jets.
Okay.
I've got my own Jets problems.
Okay.
I got my own Michigan problems. I've got my own. I mean, my NFL world is now suddenly less intense
Rich, you got it, Marconi.
than my college football world right now. You
ain't got no problems.
What if?
No, please.
What if? Hear me out.
Okay.
Darnold balls.
Yeah.
Gets traded to the Jets.
Stop it.
And then he takes him to the playoffs.
See, now you're just trolling. Maybe Darnold balls and you pick him up. Maybe you take him. Then suddenly you unwrap Sam Darnold in Germany against the Colts. How about that?
I mean, Mac's coming off his best game.
See,
so,
now he's just trolling.
What are we doing?
Seen ghosts.
Yeah, I don't think that Darnold's showing up on Sunday. That's what I'm saying.
This may be the last chance he gets in the NFL to be a starter, to be honest.
Well, I mean, this is why he's there. This is why Lance is on the sideline in Dallas. For this start, for starts like this, they were much more comfortable. Clearly, when they traded the quarterback who they traded so much capital for to go all the way up and draft, and they flipped him to Dallas for a 5th. Clearly, they thought Darnold was better suited for this Sunday, and we'll see why. We'll see why. At any rate, that's my 2 cents on the subject matter. 2 things. One, has the NFL, without an announcement, essentially made an announcement that if you are concussed 1 week, we won't see you for another?
Seems like it.
I mean, Sauce Gardner last week, before the Eagles game, was like, I feel great. And I guess
Jimmy Garoppolo.
the league, well, I guess the proxies on behalf of the league and the Players Association are like, yeah, no. And that means we won't see Purdy, which means we'll see Sam Darnold, and I would proffer to say he's going to be exactly what the Niners hoped him to be, and we'll come on the air on Monday, and the overreaction will be, it should be Darnold's gig, not Purdy's, because that's the way this world goes, and I will love when I'm right. And if I'm wrong, I will just say I was wrong. Look at my Marconi anyway. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.